This is a night for love, and we lie assaulted by the squeals of young girls, the squealing tires of older boys, whose fathers will this year discover the tires of the family car are not lasting the way they used to. All of this going on past midnight in front of our neighbor's house, while we lay in and out of one another's arms, knowing we have what they're looking for. They channel their search into this ritual of noise that keeps up the neighbors, and my wife reminds me I did it myself. And I did. Howled at the moon for love, crying, "Notice me, single me out for your love, and burn over me the black halo of a night animal, sleek and sexual and wanting always my father's car, to do brake stands in front of parties, get out and slam down a beer before the cops came, called probably by the couple across the street who had children and looked too old to do anything but go to bed early and have more." Far from home, thoughts of sex. A guest in your home, I construct your teenage from 3 yearbooks. Find you at last amidst the tiny faces smiling for attention, your hair long. The guy in the next picture thinks of your breasts every night as he goes to sleep. Don't trust him. And here you are with the volleyball team. Everyone smiling except the coach, who could use a shave and has the look of a wolf. Now it's graduation and the girl's hair is piled up high. All the hairdressers in town worked overtime for this picture, and by midnight the vodka ruined it all. I told you not to trust him. You're asleep upstairs with your short, sensible hair, and I haven't constructed a thing but tomorrow's hangover, slurred longings for my wife, who's in another yearbook, another year, next to some guy aching to touch her breasts. One of the laws of love. We carry the mangled dog to the Esso parking lot. A girl from my class and I try to comfort it while the blood mats its fur and it dies between us, the summer after grade 7, a year of eye contact, who walks with whom, spin the bottle, truth or dare, I join none of them. And all the guys who do talk about the laws of love, most of them lies, about women's functions and the function of women, especially tits, those beautiful tits. And over this dying and bloodied dog she bends and reveals to me, beneath her loose summer shirt, her breasts, just pinches of brown. And that great mangled mass of talk about girls' bodies laid out in rec rooms full of spinning bottles moves farther up the hill from the Esso station, where we watch the dog die, and she breaks the laws of love, beautiful and bending over a dying dog. Weasels in my lawn. And there are nights when it just won't rest easy, and his wife is asleep and the children are too. And each one of them deserves the dad they need most to have. And because they can't, he sits up some nights with his weasel mind that scrabbles after friendships, chews them to pieces, and leaves them twitching. And he says to himself, well, this is life, this next in the series of compromises. A night on the town with the children, sitting in church with a hangover, and the man behind him leans forward to tell him what a great job he's doing with his family. And he wants to say, "Mister, you just woke me from a dream about a car running down my son. Dreamt so I could pull back shaking, reach out and say, my son is here. But thank you very much," the father says, smiles and ducks his head, and lets go that opportunity, sliding back into a hard seat sermon on the grace of God. And he mows his lawn and he rakes his grass so as not to appear odd, And Sunday night he's the only light on the block, foot tapping time to his weasel of a mind. Come on now, weasel, what you gonna find? His other selves. Lying on a dock, the man dreams of a woman who lives on the other side of the lake, or somewhere else entirely. But the sun so sleepy through him says, bring a boat, and he thinks he may. Over his reflection rises the moonlike face of his youngest child, and he can do nothing but welcome that smile. In the kitchen window he's frying sausages, red and getting redder, one for each fighting child in the front room. He would like to think he is oblivious to all but the sausages hissing in the pan, and maybe he is. But the man he sees in the dining room window hears his daughter wonder why there are so many holes stabbed into the sausage. In the photograph of the woman framed in glass above her bed, he can see himself and is about the size of a quarter. Would like to see himself bigger, but the bed is in the way. The man in the kitchen, window again, sees himself clearly. On the counter, a bottle, a kettle plugged in, the water not hot enough for a winter night, not hot enough till the steam erases him completely from sight. Getting the job done. This one isn't going to stride out, grab you by the lapels, and start to scream. Young men with assault rifles are doing that in schools, shopping centers, and on the downtown street. This one isn't about the wine-dark sea. This one doesn't swagger across a freighter's deck on the Caspian, the China Sea. You won't see a thing from the back of a burro on a long trail down the steep Andes. This one husbands its strength for the long, cold nights of the flu, for the peed beds, the vomited sheets, the steam kettle, tissues, fruit juice. This one cuts the pictures out, buys construction paper, guides the hand that holds the glue. It makes flashcards, sits the kid down, keeps its temper through 9/8 or 62. This one twists its guts all up when the kid's caught stealing at the local store. It comes up with another $20 for the graduation party, then coughs up 20 more. This one's tired of political talk about the workforce to which it doesn't belong, sitting home all day, making meals all day, washing clothes, mowing lawns. This one's not very exciting, it'll even tell you so. Never slept in a boiler, never puked on the Queen, never swore on the radio. But if all the luck comes out right, and it's done its job real well, the kid might not diddle his own daughter, shoot up a playground, and go straight to hell.